All right, we back. Motor City Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with your boy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video and share the video. And I got a video request on Twitter. And somebody sent me this from the NFL Network. Apparently, one of the employees, Adam Rank, said the Lions will be 4-12 this upcoming season. I'm not doing the game by game counting wins and losses breakdown because NFL too tough to predict with the injuries and everything else going on with the league. People declining, surprising rookies stepping up, people having amazing contract years to predict it. But let's talk about it and talk about the ramifications of the Lions winning 4 games. And Tim Hasselbeck said something like that, did the video on a couple months ago or a month or two ago. But hey, don't forget the Big 3, Ice Cube. It's coming this Saturday, man. Tap in with your boy. Go down to the Big 3. Check it out. Support our black entrepreneurs. Ain't no other sports people care about in the summer going on. So come check out, some of the Big 3. They got 3 games going on starting at Little Caesars Arenas at 8 p.m. I think tickets start off like $30-$35. Take the kids down there and their friends and stuff of that nature. So check out the Big 3. Tap in down there, okay? The only games he got the Lions winning is 2 against Minnesota, New York, and I believe he got them winning against the Arizona Cardinals. So let's do a rundown of the schedule. But I don't watch the NFL Network no more. You know what? I think the NFL Network should be manly, and they got too many feminine guys on there, man. They got too many soft dudes on there, man. It ain't enough masculinity on there. It's the estrogen network. There's too many questionable guys on there that I think just ain't manly. You know what? I'm gonna leave the G word or the H word out of it, but y'all get where I'm going at with that. You know what I'm saying? It's too much of a happy network for me to watch. I don't watch it. I plan on watching the top 100. If that ain't started yet, I'll go back. But I used to stay on the NFL Network, but they just turned into a feminine estrogen show, man. And it's sad, man. I just can't respect it at all. All right, so it's hard for me to turn on there, man, unless they got a documentary going on or the top 100 going on. But the schedule start off with Arizona, and I said it before. They lose to the Arizona Cardinals. It's gonna be a long season. San Diego next. San Diego, that ain't a guaranteed L, and I'll tell you why San Diego ain't a guaranteed L. Now I ain't saying I'm picking the Lions to win. I wait till the week of the football to really do my predictions, but I'm not saying they gon' lose or beat the Chargers. But the Los Angeles Chargers, they have historically, since being in San Diego, got off to slow starts. So it is what it is. Okay, Lions versus the Eagles. The Eagles seem to have a really good team this year, but they got quarterback issues. Carson Wentz was not himself. And he liked to jam it in there to Zach Ertz. So early on, coming off a back injury, then he tore his ACL. He ain't looked the same. So they ain't a guarantee L, even going to Philly, but most people think it's an L. The Kansas City Chiefs, they may not have Tyreek Hill. Even though he got cleared, he might be suspended for the first 4 games of the season, maybe 6 or 8. So that's something to look at, man. Sophomore starter slump. This is Mahomes' third year. He only started 1 year as a starter. He only started 1 time as a rookie. His full first time year was last year. He won MVP. Well, that's a tough game. Okay. Then the Lions. Hold on, sorry. Then the Lions go into a bye. Play the Green Bay Packers. We talked about them earlier today. Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. They ain't clicking. The Packers don't scare me no more. I don't think they indestructible in my opinion. Okay, and we at Green Bay. It's a night game. Never know. Minnesota, he picked the Lions and wouldn't beat Minnesota twice. Could happen, couldn't happen. I think they a franchise that's at a critical place where they can either, boom. I think they gonna bust this year or remain even keeled. But you never know. It's tough to predict the NFL. The Giants, never know. They backup quarterback sliced us up last year in preseason, but that's preseason. The Lions will be expected to win that game, but you know what? The Lions win games they're not supposed to and lose games they're supposed to win. Then we go out to Oakland. Oakland don't scare me. Derek Carr ain't that good. I expected Antonio Brown to pretty much, scare him. Even going out west, that's a game I think the Lions are going to have. The Bears, they barely beat us on Thanksgiving last year. Stafford had depleted weapons. The Bears don't scare me. We dominated them for like 4 straight years or some shit like that. I just don't believe in Trubisky like that. They could beat us, but they don't scare me. The Bears ain't that good. They're not dominant. If they was dominant, they wouldn't have lost a backup quarterback last year. And I know Nick Foles ain't an average backup quarterback, but hey, you catch my drift. The Cowboys, these motherfuckers swear the Cowboys indestructible every year. They come in here. I'm not scared of the Cowboys. They barely beat us last year, if you remember, and they was at home. So that ain't a gimme for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? With all the dudes that they got to pay money. Prescott, he ain't shit. Ezekiel Elliott out here doing stupid stuff. Who knows? He might get suspended a few games, but he'll be back by then. They don't scare me, okay? The Redskins, they don't scare me. I forgot we even played them. They don't scare me. That could be a winnable game for the Lions. Dwayne Haskins, Case Keenum, get the fuck up out of here with that. They lose to that game, I'll be shocked unless injuries, but things happen. Play the Bears again on Thanksgiving, I think it is. Like I said before, they don't scare me. Khalil Mack or whatever, okay, cool. I just think they're going to have a sophomore slump. I think they're going to be the Jackson Jaguars this year. And Nagy got rid of his power back, and he going to be trying to throw. I'm telling you, man. You put the game in Trubisky's arm, and I'm willing to bet on the other team most of the time. The Lions and Vikings, we talked about them already. Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians known for turning things around, but hey, they still don't scare me. That's a winnable game. Denver Broncos going to Denver. That's tough, but I'm willing to bet Joe Flacco ain't gonna be shit up there this year. And Chris Harris, I think he tore his ACL. Don't surprise me. The Green Bay Packers Lions last game of the year in the Ford Field. I don't know, okay, but you know what, man? I mean, they could. I expect the Lions to win more than 4 games this year. Just looking at this schedule. That's just my expectations, more than 4 games. You know what I'm saying? I think anything less than 8-8, Patricia and Bob Quinn got to be fired. If they win 4 games, they got to be fired. Okay? But the good thing about winning 4 games next year, that quarterback out of Oregon come out there. But if the Lions win 4 games next year, 4-12, and everybody said, they made great moves, they improved, everybody deserve to be fired. New quarterback, new GM, new president, Rod Wood, you can go. New head coach, new offensive coordinator, offensive line coach, defensive coordinator, D-line coach, linebacker, DB coach. They deserve to be fired. They go out there and Trey Flowers don't have no impact and you regress. I think with that 5-11 last year, you regress and win 4 games after going to spend $100 million, whatever you spent on Trey Flowers. Shit, you deserve to be fired, But I don't expect them to go 4-12 next year, unless injuries really come down on them, or Stafford go out there. Then shit, they might not get whatever wins they got with Stafford. They might not get more than none, more than none outside of Stafford. But I see more than 4 wins for the Lions, man, for real. But would it shock me if they only got 4 wins? No, it wouldn't shock me. One of the reasons it wouldn't shock me because 1, they're the Detroit Lions. 2, they don't have a respectable backup quarterback, and Brock Osweiler still sitting out there. I'm going to keep saying that. And those are 2 reasons. Injury to Stafford, and, with backup quarterbacks and the Lions. But other than that, if Hockenson don't do shit this year and somebody else they drafted behind him tear it up, this could fall down. I don't see 4 wins, man. I see a respectable 7-9, in the worst case scenario. 6-10, 7-9. But if they do 5-11 again or less than that, and Martha don't fire them, I don't want to hear nothing else from her. She's supposed to be trying to run a tight ship. But I don't know Adam Rank's credentials. Like I said, the NFL Network is one of the worst networks going right now in sports. By far, I watch the Tennis Channel before I watch that. Damn near the Golf Channel. It's just got too much estrogen on set. Okay? I don't even know. I know they got Deion, show got took. I don't watch it. They can keep the NFL Network. They can cancel that shit. Just leave me the Red Zone. But hey, Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with your boy. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link the video in the description. It started off at 1 hour and 5 minutes where he break down the Lions record. Don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. reach out to the email, and that video will be linked in the description on the source link. One time for the one time. Appreciate the love, support. We gone.